What's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I am going to be talking about what it means to have your Mars falling in your partner's first house. The Synastry overlay can be a pretty great one to have in a relationship. So it shows a very lively and pretty charged kind of a connection to share between two people. And that is even if individually one of the partners is not that kind of a person. This overlay brings out that more motivated and stimulated side in them. Together, the partners with this overlay can be kind of like that ride or die type of couple, in the sense that they have the drive to be able to fight for the relationship no matter what it is that comes against it. There is a very determined side that this overlay brings out in the partners with this overlay. And with the drive and the motivation that comes with this overlay, when the partners do things together, they have a tendency to put in their best efforts. With this overlay, it can feel as though the two partners have a very strong connection and are very drawn to each other. And it is a very strong attraction that can be very intense and also very passionate, what with Mars coming in here. And this connection can even be one that may feel like love at first sight when they first meet. And with this overlay, they can be a very fun and playful or active side when it comes to how the partners interact with each other. And they could engage in a lot of playful fighting, or perhaps even a lot of healthy but fun, playful competition together, what with Mars coming in here. The Mars person in this connection or this overlay is very attracted to the first house person, and the way in which the Mars person might pursue the first house person is in a way that really stimulates or motivates the house person, and in return the house person finds the Mars person to be very desirable and very attractive as well. But at the same time, with this way in which that the Mars person pursues the house person could also feel as though the Mars person is a bit too much, and it could be what instead bothers them, or it could be something that the house person could find to be a little bit triggering. Or it can be that the house person might feel a combination of emotions towards the house person, towards the Mars person, in the sense that they could feel both of these, they could feel two different ways about the Mars person and hold both of these. The changing between feeling very attracted and into the Mars person, but also feeling as though sometimes the Mars person is too much. One thing though is that for the house person, they definitely feel very seen by the Mars person, what with Mars coming into the first house of their personality and their astrological identity. And they feel as though the Mars person has a certain understanding when it comes to the way that they make them feel seen. And the first house person really does appreciate this part of the Mars person. And the first house person could have this side of themselves that really seeks and desires some kind of adventure in their life, or perhaps they have this need to be able to grow in a way, and that is in a way that the Mars person provides them. And with the Mars person being able to come into the first house person's life, it's like the Mars person is providing them with that sense of adventure, and also this ability to grow in a way that the first house person feels they need. And so this is also another side of the Mars person that the first house person really appreciates and likes about the Mars person. And on the other hand, the Mars person also feels as though they have found somebody who is very stimulating and is also very interesting in the first house person. And for the Mars person with the first house person, it is very intriguing how they always bring that sense of interest into their life. Things are very interesting, and it feels as though there's always something new around every corner when it comes to the first house person. And the Mars person really likes the first house person for this as well, and finds it very appealing. When it comes to the negative side of this connection, or perhaps the more challenging side of it, it can be seen in how with Mars coming in here, there can be this need to dominate. And Mars could want to dominate, but there could be this overall kind of competition for who dominates when it comes to this connection. And also the Mars person has a way of being able to get the first house person's attention, and the Mars person knows how to evoke a reaction from them. every time. And so with this connection, both of the partners make a very good duo, a very good team, especially when it is being able to fight against anything that comes against this relationship. So if ever it happens that they do turn against each other, that is when the negative side can come out, especially because all of that motivation, all of that drive, and that intensity can be used against each of the partners in this connection, when that playful fighting or that playful and healthy competition can be taken too far, and that is when the negative side really can come in this connection. And another thing to consider when it comes to this is the sun sign of the Mars person, and whether it makes a hard aspect or a soft aspect to the first house person's first house ruling sign. So if it's a hard aspect, then it might be a bit more difficult or require a lot more hard work to be able to work through it, as opposed to soft aspects, which would make it a little bit more, that dominant quality or that controlling side would be a bit more controlled, in the sense that it would be a bit easier to manage, or it wouldn't result in the kind of conflict that is that bad. It would be more gentler. Well, that does it for this video on having your Mars in your partner's first house. Thank you for watching the video, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up and to subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for more videos. Well, that is where I love and leave you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye guys.